clay, ACV, peppermint oil, sweet almond oil, avocado oil, and the bowl with a plastic silverware, of course.
So now you're going to start by adding as much clay as you think you need. Honestly, I did end up adding a lot more than I would have had I known. So I recommend using less because once it mixes with the water, it's going to be a lot more product than you assume. Then you just add in the oils. Peppermint oil, I only added one droplet full because peppermint oil is pretty strong. And then sweet almond oil, I added probably about 3 full droplets. And then avocado oil, which I'm going to add a little bit extra at the end. This clearly wasn't effective mixing because you need a lot more. And even with the ACV, first I start by filling it up in the cap. But you'll see eventually I turn to just pouring it in like this because I needed more than I thought because I used a lot more clay. So again, be cautious about how much clay you use because you don't need that much. And then after you add that, here's me adding more oil. Then you add in the lukewarm water and you get to mixing. And this is going to take a lot of mixing to get it to a nice, good consistency because you want all the lumps out so it applies easier in your hair. So really just get to mixing until it is a solid one consistency, you know, smooth.
Maybe that's why. Shiva. Mix. I'm getting the lumps out, y'all.
Now that the clay is ready, we're going to get our hair ready. So time to wash. This is my hair when it just got done washing. Now time to apply the clay.
So now, I actually like to start in the back. All right.
So this is the consistency of the clay when you put it into your hands, nice and clayey. I start by separating a section in the back. It's definitely a lot easier when you work with sections. And as I do this section, you will see me further divide the section into smaller and smaller sections. So I start by the big section, then I divide it in half, and then I here I am dividing this in half. And make sure I apply it in the parts as well as the individual sections. And then in the section that I'm holding right here, I'm going to divide that again, just so we can make sure that we're getting the product in from root to tip. So making sure you get it at the scalp and go back.
That's where we at. Still working on this. In the hair. Ooh, it's so cool putting earth in your hair. I love that. So cool. It's a different method of grounding. I love my hair. It's so thick and fluffy. Really get it in here. Really get it in here. And you know, one thing about me is I'm always going to massage whatever it is into my scalp. You really want to make sure you're getting it in your scalp as well. What a beautiful girl. Such a beautiful woman. Cap is on. I'm gonna condition. I'm gonna rinse it out and condition with this because my ass moist is almost gone. So, shower's on. Here we go. I did a clay mask today in my hair, and I just put these twists in there. I just did 2 little flat twists to the back. I was gonna do 2 braids, but I just decided to do this because it's a lot quicker, and I just want to stretch it before I blow dry it because I feel like sometimes that's a little more effective for me than immediately going from wet hair into blow drying. I feel like sometimes it can get burnt that way for me personally. So that's how I do it. I put in leave-in and I put a little bit of oil. I didn't do my usual like grease regimen, and I didn't want to put too much grease because that makes too much smoke during the blow drying. So trying to make this as effective and efficient as possible. Now I'm about to eat my dinner while I watch Naked and Afraid. You feel me? Honestly, that's it. And I will see you tomorrow, maybe.